sometimes when you ask questions of people and they respond, it's kind of like I'm being really funny. I don't think she's going to read all of this on stage. Joel did that. Joel is, first of all, amazing human, so funny, so witty, such a phenomenal story. One of the questions that I had, well, two, fictional world, we'll get that out of the way. Willy Wonka's Chocolate Factory, because one, Oompa Loompas, and two, fizzy lifting drinks. Fair, right? Right, thank you. And the way that I phrased it was to describe your favorite sandwich. Earl of Sandwich in July of 1660, as he served as ambassador to Portugal from 1661 to 1662, and then Spain from 1666 to 1668, when he negotiated the 1667 Treaty of Madrid. He commanded a naval squadron in the first part of the 1665 to 1667 Second Anglo-Dutch War, being relieved of his command in 1666 after a dispute over prize money. He then returned to sea during the 1672 to 1674, my knees are locking, Third Anglo-Dutch War, and sadly was killed at the Battle of Solebay in June of 1672. So feel free to ask Joel all about his favorite sandwich later. Or about chocolate.
Is it Solebay sandwich?
Maybe. That's a thing. So here comes Joel to show you all how amazing he is, because really he's fucking phenomenal. So give it up for Joel. Sometimes I drop the microphone.
Nice job.
So sorry, Alex. You're going to have a baby soon. It doesn't matter. Okay.
Thanks, Kat. Thank you, everyone. I want to talk a little bit about awesome things that have happened to me when I give it up to the universe. I joined an online dating app and had some really nice dates, met some really nice ladies, went on some really cool experiences, but I just couldn't click. And I didn't want to say who they were or what my site was, so I hid it a little bit. Super fancy dates, awesome ladies, just couldn't connect, and I kept trying, and it just never happened. And I would reach out to these ladies and get rejected or ghosted, and I started to get really frustrated. And so I basically said, I'm not going to reach out to anybody. If somebody reaches out to me, I'll take it and see what happens. So the very next day, I got an email from this person. This is Elaine. She's the one wearing glasses. She's awesome. This September, we've been married for 10 years. And by far the most amazing thing that's ever happened to me. I worked in restaurants my whole life. I was a chef. I did a bunch of stuff. My last job, I was director of operations for an 8-restaurant group. And I decided it was time to leave. So I hired a broker. And we kept looking and looking and looking and just couldn't find anything that was right. And after about a year and a couple months, I told her, I said, you know what, let's just take a break. If something amazing happens, send it to me. Otherwise, let's just take a break. And so I went for a walk. This is one of the restaurants that I oversaw. I went for a walk in my neighborhood. I think it was the day after or the second day after I told my broker to take a break, that I'm just going to give it up and we'll see what happens. I went for a walk, and on my walk, which is real close to my house, I found a place that was absolutely amazing. And so I thought maybe we could do something here. And it was called the Lumber Baron Inn. There it is. Amazing house. And so I went to my wife and I said, hey, what do you think about doing this? And she said, no, I don't think so. I don't think that's a good idea. But I talked her into it. So we took a tour, and we scheduled a tour, and we walked up. And on the way up, she said to herself, to her guides, show me that this is the right place. I didn't know she did this. And we came in, and I was in the foyer with Walter Keller, the guy who renovated it, his broker. Elaine walked through here. And she walked into the next room, and she starts calling my name, and she's like, Joel, Joel, Joel. And I said, what's going on? And I came around the corner, and it looked like she had seen a ghost. And she was pointing at one of the books. You can see there's like 1,000 books. These are all like fake bookcases. She was standing right in front of this door. And I said, what's going on, baby? And she said, my dad wrote that book. And her dad's a law professor, so it's a book you wouldn't find on anybody's shelf unless you're a judge or a lawyer. There it is right there. Amazing man. And she said, that's our sign. So we went forward and we bought the place. It took a while, but we got it, and it was amazing. And this is what it looked like in 1991 when Walter Keller bought it. It was condemned, abandoned, and 23 apartments. This was a really rough neighborhood. I grew up here. I survived. I survived the north side, yeah. And there was 2 girls that were killed in 1970 inside the house, and still unsolved. And we knew about it, so yay, we bought a haunted house. Yeah. Once I stopped trying to control the house and all the spirits inside of it, all these amazing things happened. And about 5 years ago, Elaine went to bed with her clothes on, all, fully clothed, which is really weird and unusual. I guess, sorry, baby. And she woke me up at like 2:15 in the morning. It was a July 3rd, and she said, something's going on outside. And it was very quiet where we lived. We couldn't hear much. We had an air conditioner running. We both ran outside, and we actually stopped a sexual assault that was going on in a car on the street, which was, yeah, super crazy. And Elaine's convinced that the spirits of the house woke her up. And I have no doubt that that's true. But once I gave everything up to the house and the spirits inside, all these amazing things really started to happen. So this is what it looks like today. It's just an amazing, it's built in 1890 by John Mowat. And we've been so blessed to have this place and so lucky. It's just been absolutely amazing. So thank you guys very much.
You did great. You did so good. You're welcome. Okay, guys. I'm now terrified of the microphone. Right? Hello. Yeah, it was actually the first. We're gonna have a little moment. Hey, respect the microphone stand and Alex's shit. Okay. When we first met Joel, he tried to do his entire talk without speaking of the lumber baron inn, because he really didn't want to sell anything to you. And he kept going like all around it. And I'm like, no, this is like a critical piece of Denver history. Please share. So I'm also winded for no particular reason other than my anxiety of flinging the microphone somewhere. Let me have a moment.